Good evening and welcome to the Lagos studios of IATV. I am Adegboyega Labiran with the news. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has called on religious bodies to be partners in the governance process. Sanwo-Olu gave the charge while addressing Muslim faithful during an inaugural special Jumat service held at the Secretariat Community Central Mosque, Alausa, to offer special prayers for the new administration in Lagos State. The governor also reiterated his commitment to confronting issues of waste management and transportation challenges in the state headlong.
We have come to the mosque today and we had challenged our clerics to say that we'll be coming back on issues around waste management. Because we also said it that we know that the congregation believe them. So we'll bring bags of waste management to come and show them the different colors that we'll be using for waste sorting. And that once they help us to propagate it, right, the message will go down. We talked about traffic management and people, how we need to, obey traffic rules, ensure that we're not driving against traffic, obey traffic officers, and just simple things like that.
After the prayers, the governor, accompanied by his deputy, also visited the controversial Olusosun dump site for an on-the-spot assessment of the waste management facility. Addressing journalists at the site, the governor assured that his administration was keen to work with all stakeholders in the state's waste management value chain in order to achieve an environmentally friendly state.
Olusosun dump site, which is a major dump site for Lagos State, where we receive about 70% of the waste from the entire Lagos metropolis. Right, we have said that we're going to look at the cost to see how we can fence the entire facility. It's about 42 hectares all in all to see it. That's amount to see how we also can improve the road condition, improve the hard road condition on my right and on my left, just so that the compactor trucks can have a quicker turnaround time.
It will be recalled that the governor had, in an executive order, declared a state of emergency in environmental sanitation and traffic management matters in Lagos State. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has challenged a medical report tendered by Justice Rita Ofili Ajumogobia before Justice Rilwan Aikawa of the Federal High Court sitting in Ikoyi, Lagos. Ofili Ajumogobia, alongside Godwin Obla, senior advocate of Nigeria, have been arraigned on an 18-count charge bordering on breach of trust, false statement, and unlawful enrichment. Counsel to Ofili Ajumogobia, Robert Clark, senior advocate of Nigeria, told the court that his client was absent in court today, having been admitted to a police hospital for treatment, and sought an adjournment of the case. However, prosecution counsel Rotimi Oyedepo argued that Clark lied about his client being on sickbed in hospital, saying the medical report is not duly certified. After listening to all parties, Justice Aikawa adjourned the case to June 24, 2019 for hearing of the preliminary objection and Obla's motion of notice for separate trial. Despite the federal government's effort to revitalize the Nigerian healthcare system through the establishment of the National Health Insurance Scheme, little progress has been made so far. The National Health Insurance Scheme, NHIS, has contained in the 1999 Constitution to provide affordable health care through prepayment system, is faced with a number of challenges. Folashade Ogoride has the details.
Organization WHO, Nigeria is ranked 187 out of 190 in World Health Systems. Despite Nigeria's strategic position in Africa, the country is greatly undeserved in the healthcare sector, with a total expenditure amounting to 4.6% of the gross domestic product. Considering the myriad of problems militating against Nigeria's healthcare system, the federal government established the National Health Insurance Scheme, NHIS, under Act 35 of the 1999 Constitution. The NHIS is saddled with the responsibility to improve the health of all Nigerians at an affordable cost through various prepayment systems. Health insurance through the NHIS pulls in funds from participants, allowing health maintenance organizations (HMO) to pay for those needing medical attention. NHIS also regulates private health insurance operated by HMOs. However, stakeholders have expressed dissatisfaction with the National Health Insurance Scheme. Dr. Moruf Abdulsalam, Public Relations Officer, Nigeria Medical Association, Lagos Chapter, enumerated the list of shortcomings of the NHIS.
When they are formulating some of these policies, they do not tend to invite the Nigerian Medical Association, even though there may be doctors among these policymakers, but these doctors oftentimes will serve the interests of government. First of all, if you look at the scheme is not mandatory. So that is the first thing. And anything you do not make mandatory, or you do not put measures to safeguard, people are at liberty to either interpret it the way they like, or people are at liberty to either partake or opt out.
Another stakeholder, Mr. Steve Osiru, explained the causative factors for the ineffectiveness of Nigeria's national health insurance policy. The HMO officer preferred solutions to the government on how the NHIS can be effective.
The solution is basically to keep on campaigning, to keep on educating Nigerians, to keep on telling people the benefits of this scheme.
A functioning and effective health insurance policy in Nigeria will bring the country closer to its goal of providing quality health care to our citizens. Folashade Ogurinde, reporting for IATV News.
Over now to Kwara State, where Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak has given conditions to clear the salary backlog before implementing new minimum wage. The governor, while addressing civil servants in the state, noted that the backlog of salaries will be given priority.
Problems are a lot. We can't resolve them in 1, 2, 3, 4 months, but we need to start resolving them. Like the issues of salaries, it's been brought to my attention that the main salary is outstanding. That will be paid immediately. But we simplify it when we say salary will be paid, or we have paid salary. You have to remember that some people are on half salary, means they've not been paid. Some people have their promotion have been promoted, that the last speaker said, they've been promoted a few years ago and are still on the old salary scale. So have they been paid their salary? No. So we're being simplistic by saying, we have paid salary, but being political or being half with the truth. So the truth is that we want to get to a stage where there's no backlog of salaries and pensions as well.
While promising not to witch hunt anyone, he assured them of prompt payment of salaries, adding that Kwara would also pay minimum wage after due consultations with the civil servants and proper assessment of the financial situation of Kwara State. Cocoa farmers are asking the federal government to review the land use chart to boost capital for improved agriculture production and quality produce for export. This was among the key issues discussed at our Cocoa Stakeholders Forum in Akure, Ondo State capital. They lamented that Nigeria, which used to be #1 producer and exporter of cocoa in the world, has dropped to #7. The farmer said access to finance and funding remain the major challenge facing the agriculture sector in Nigeria.
Land Use Act must be amended to enable agricultural production to be smoothened out.
Actually diversify, now using Cocoa Revolution as a kind of a tool that is going to empower our youth, that is going to provide employment, and at the same time that is going to generate revenue even to the country and boost our GDP.
They want government to review the land use charge and put machineries in place to assist farmers for the Nigeria Export-Import Bank. The body remains committed to providing the needed assistance to the farmers.
Availing fund finance to cocoa processors and producers in the entire value chain at a single digit. Currently, I think we're one of the DFIs that has the lowest interest rate in terms of financing. And the stakeholders interactive section we're currently managing, or we're currently having in Akure today, is to actually address the challenges that cocoa farmers as well as producers and processors are having.
It is hoped that stakeholders meetings like this will check low and declining yield of cocoa. It is hoped that stakeholders meetings like this will check low and declining yield of cocoa and optimize the value chain in the industry. Still in Ondo State, men of the Ondo State Police Command have arrested some bandits who have allegedly been robbing bank customers in Akure. Reports indicate that the suspects confessed their involvement in the robbery of bank customers and killing of the bossa of an Anglican church in Akure a few months ago. It was gathered that one of the suspects, whose identity has not been revealed, was arrested on Tuesday after allegedly stealing 500,000 naira from a building contractor's car at the Ayedun area of Akure, few minutes after the victim had withdrawn the money from the bank. We gathered after the hoodlums followed the contractor from the bank to where he parked his car. After breaking into the car and taking the money, they attempted to flee the scene, but hit a commercial motorcyclist, which forced them to stop. A consortium of partners involved in the Inclusive Agricultural Transformation in Africa has unveiled plans to invest about $1.9 million US to support seed companies in the production of quality early generation seed in Nigeria. The 3-year project is being supported by Alliance for Green Revolution in Africa, AGRA, United States Agency for International Development, USAID, United Kingdom Agency for International Development, UKAID, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and the Rockefeller Foundation. The objective of the project, among others, include increasing production and dissemination of early generation seeds to seed companies to check counterfeiting of seeds. AGRA Country Director Kehinde Makinde, speaking during the inspection, planning and review meeting of the consortium in Abuja, said the fund will be split among the Nigerian Agricultural Seed Council, NASC, Premier Seeds and Value Seeds. He said the focus was to reach 2 million farmers with improved certified rice, soya beans, and maize seeds. A total of 470.8 billion naira has been released by the federal government in the last 3 years for the implementation of its social safety program. The federal government had in 2015 designed the program to improve the lives of all Nigerians irrespective of religion, political affiliation, and social class. Under the social safety program, 4 broad initiatives are being implemented, with each uniquely targeting different subgroups of Nigerians for empowerment. They are Empower, conditional cash transfers, national homegrown school feeding, and government enterprise and empowerment programs. Figures obtained from the National Social Investment Office reveal that out of the 500 billion naira set aside for the implementation of the program, about 470 billion naira had been disbursed. A breakdown of the amount shows that the sum of 79.98 billion naira was released in 2016, while 140 billion naira and 250.84 billion naira were released in the 2017 and 2018 fiscal years, respectively. For the implementation of the Empower program, about 500,000 people spread across 774 local government areas have been recruited to teach in public schools, act as health workers in primary health centers, and as agricultural extension advisors to smallholder farmers in various communities. And now the stock market report. On the strength of instructions of investors, stockbrokers traded in a total of 198.7 million ordinary shares valued at 2.6 billion naira. At the close of trading today on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, UBA PLC recorded the highest volume of trade with a total of 43.77 million ordinary shares valued at 280 million naira. GT Bank came second on the activity chart with 25.42 million ordinary shares valued at 810 million naira. CCN and PLC led the pack of gainers with 1 naira to close trading at 15 naira. Dangote Flour came second on the gainers chart with an 85 kobo gain to close at 16 naira 85 kobo. On the other hand, Nestle Nigeria PLC topped the losers chart with a drop of 4 naira 50 kobo in its share value to close trading at 1,450 naira. Guinness Nigeria PLC also dropped 2 naira in its share value to close trading at 48 naira 50 kobo. All share index closed trading at 31,069.37 points, all in 3,669 transactions, while market capitalization ended today's trading at 13.68 trillion naira. And that's the size of our package from the Lagos studios of IATV. I am Adegboyega Labiron, thanking you for finding time to join us. And now handing you over back to our studios in Ibadan for the rest of the news. Good evening.